Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play the Wonderful 101. Today we're going to be continuing on with Operation 2B. We're not too far into the operation, just starting Mission 2 now. So first off, to get a little bit more mileage out of the whip, you can cancel the animation of pulling the Getty Dogu's armor off. And this works for other spiked or armored up enemies. See, I should be able to get him through that, yep. You actually don't have to sit through the entire animation of pulling the armor off, which is important because the thing about giant Unite Morphs, like 50 and 100 person Unite Morphs, the bigger they are, the shorter they last. 50 and 100 person Unite Whips, for instance, give you just enough time to get a couple of good hits in, maybe one combo, but that's also the most effective way to remove armor, is to use a 50 or 100 person whip. So canceling the animation is the best bang you're gonna get for your buck. And I'm pumping up my combo score. Oh no, right at the buzzer. I kinda thought that I would be, like, maybe just barely out of range, or if I would finish him off with the last hit before he could hit me. That was a stupid risk I didn't need to take. Oh well, that was still platinum, so it's not a big deal. I was saying I was pumping my multiplier up with the gun for a bit, since that is kind of a tough mission to get combo points on. Geathjerk. Space Amoeba. I'm not gonna... Yeah, this thing's chaos. That's what you're called from now on. You are chaos. Chaos 1 or something. Chaos 0. So we've learned about this kind of mechanic before. This big gelatinous blob. We know that only piercing or slashing attacks can get through this, so the only thing that we can do to harm this is to use the Unite Sword. And we have to be careful whenever it tries to reach out its kind of amorphous tendrils towards us. This is why Team Unite Morphs are really good for this enemy, because at most he'll knock a couple of people out, like 10 at a time. But if he grabs you, you have to waggle a stick, and you'll take like small ticks of damage every time. But he's pretty easy to just run away from when you see him telegraphing the attack. That red core in his center can also shoot a laser out, which you can reflect with a sword. So the sword is pretty much the ideal weapon for this guy. And then once that core is exposed, it'll blow up after a little bit. You can use the couple of seconds that it's exposed just to pump your combo score up just a little bit more. Just take little pot shots at him. So with the chaos out of the way, we're going to backtrack. We are going to backtrack to the beginning of the mission area for a secret mission. Secret Mission 004. This is, they act as hybrids. They're neither hoedowns nor raydowns. They actually have the properties of both. They can, all three of them can fire lasers or shoot cannonballs. And this is kind of a dumb mission. Because one, like, you're gonna get attacked from off screen if you go after any of them. Unless you find the sweet spot right here at the corner of this ledge, in which case you could see all three. Otherwise, you're stuck having to listen for the audio cues, which are distinct enough, but it can be a little bit hard to hear them over the sound of you attacking if you decide to go after the enemies. The other thing is, if you just do this the way I think they intend for you to do it, it's so passive. It's just reflecting lasers and cannonballs, which is not that fun. Other than that, it's not a really hard mission. They give you plenty of leeway in terms of time, and the combo score doesn't have to be that high. You spend a lot of time reflecting things, be it lasers or cannonballs with Unite Guts, so that tends to give you a lot of bonus points. but still, it's not that fun of a mission. But we're gonna do it anyway, because we don't want to miss out on any missions, because even if you get like a consolation prize or a bronze or silver medal on a mission, a secret one, it's still better than not doing it in terms of your end of mission rank, or your end of operation rank. That they penalize you really, really harshly for missing a secret mission. Is this... Oh, this is Wonder Cheerleader. Sylviane Lumiere. That's just Sylvia from Viewtiful Joe. I thought that was another one. There's a really crazy reference in this, hidden in this mission. And then up the billboard. I actually had to replay this operation up to where we were, so I could rescue like 2 or 3 extra citizens, because otherwise I wouldn't have had enough people to make the 100-person Unite ladder to get up to this really crazy well-hidden platform up the billboard, floating kind of on its own. Look how high up in the sky we are. Like miles and miles up in the clouds. This is a hard-ass one to reach. Both in terms of like how tightly you need to rescue citizens and not let them die before you can rescue them, and just how well hidden it is. So this is our first Kakuriga with this specific limitation, that we only get to use a very limited number of Unite morphs. This one, the first one, is pretty easy, but this restriction comes up later on, and it gets much, much harder. It's like those ones in Bayonetta where you only get a limited number of kicks that you can use. But the 50-person whip takes the, I think these are called get-downs. These are actually a different variation of that enemy, of the Ray-down and the Hoedown. These ones fire spiked cannonballs, which they land on you from the sky. They can also shoot them straight down the barrel, and you can knock guts through them. You have to Unite Spring. You can, on occasion, if they rain them down from above, I think you can pick them up with Unite Gun like we were doing before a mission or 2 ago. Actually, no, it was a few operations ago. But yeah, that's that. That was a 30 Unite Morph limitation. We kind of butted up against that, because I was being pretty liberal with my Unite Morphs. You can do it with less. It's not that bad. They give you plenty of geathjerk weapons you can use on that. It's the ones later on that you really have to worry about, if you're going for all of them anyway. If you're not concerned about, your ranking or anything like that, or completion, then it's no problem whatsoever, but if you are, some of those later Kakurigas are murder. And, while replaying, I got a couple of new abilities. Wonder Stinger for the whip. I think I got Wonder Rising for the fist. I got the, Spinning Slash for the Unite Sword, and I got Stinger for the gun, which doesn't actually propel you forward like every other Stinger. It kind of rapid fires the gun.
This robot's analysis is not very thorough, no?
Not him again.
What is it this today?
Initiating Earthling Purge. Initiating Earthling Purge.
Team, take cover.
Yeah, the skyscraper-sized robot that's not a boss is back. For another little set-piece chase sequence. So we're gonna make our way down here, and we're gonna rescue citizens while we do it. Even though we're maxed out, we still get a little bonus from doing that. And the only thing that can replace a citizen Unite Morph is an actual, unique, wonderful one. That's really cool. Alright, and up the crane we go, or... No, this is a radio tower. Oh, I did that too fast. I overlapped a little. Mash. And again, the bullets are comprised of the wonderful ones, so he's firing your allies. Nobody gets to just be cool. We're not quite done with him, though. We have a little bit more of this to do. A little bit more chasing going on. A little justice in us all. I believe that's for recruiting 1,000 people. Which I didn't think I was anywhere near getting that yet. So certain bottle caps, which are the achievements of the game, will unlock special little unlockables. In some cases, characters. I would like Wonder Pink a lot better if just every time, like that, like every time they did a little close-up of her, she winked every single time, just incessantly. I would love that. Also, I love how you can always see the geathjerk logo on them, kind of like Sigma's emblem. Alright. So we're done with him for a little bit. We got a gachapon machine, we got a couple people to rescue, we have a wonder toilet. Let's see. And we got a couple of dogu spawning in. And he just spawned more. Oh, nope, got it. I'm treating this like the loading screen training thing and just spamming Tombstone. Forgot. Don't have infinite battery right now. Oops. I think there's still a few more. Accidental Unite Mix. I tend to do that a lot when I'm drawing Red's glyph. Circle. Okay, here it is. Wonder Shopping. I love her tagline. Just $19.99. This is the craziest reference yet, because it's not a reference to a person, it's a reference to a mall. The West Edmonton Mall, which is the biggest mall in North America. And it houses a Ferris wheel and a water park, like the ones from earlier in the level, making this entire level a reference to the West Edmonton Mall. I think that is the most bizarre reference that we have come across. Oh, I have to really keep track of where my shadow is. Not the shadow, but the little, the icon below blue, who is my current leader of the squad. Because if I fall down, it'll reset me back to where I fell, but I'll take damage, and that sucks on a mission with no combat. You make a Unite Bridge to get across. This whole set piece is fucking rad. It's just a building rotating around and falling out of the sky. Swing over with Pink using some of her platforming. I gotta say, for a Platinum game, the platforming in this is not that bad. It's a lot better than, say, like Devil May Cry platforming. And he just hucks this thing. He hurls it like a javelin. Oh, that was Platinum's headquarters. The big P-Star logo at the top of the building. It's more collateral damage than fucking Man of Steel. We are not saving anybody. Millions are dead. So when you go into Wonder Hang Glider for the end of mission 007, you get this nice little gust of current beneath you, which means you don't really have to do too much tricky controlling of the hang glider. What you do get is a pretty ridiculous-ass view. You're miles and miles above the clouds, and the buildings just keep going, poking through. Blossom City is decadent. It's also on fire.
Unite sword.
Let's milk that for a couple extra bonus pieces. Oh man. Like, the game is so... I don't want to say dramatic, but the stakes of the game are so high and it's so intense. But at the same time, it's so fucking silly. I thought I could get up here. Well, even if I can't draw a bridge to get up here, yeah, I'm willing to bet I can get up that way. No, an invisible wall. They don't want me going in. Okay. So for the first time, we're gonna go inside one of these. Oop, hiccup. Okay. I really don't like this gamepad segment. This is not one of my favorite ones. I think there's another one like this in a much later operation that's way worse, though. So we're gonna go picture-in-picture for this one. The idea of this one's cool, it's just the execution of these is never that fun. So, the left and the right buttons move the ship left or right, kind of on rails. The forward button fires its laser, and it takes a little bit of cooling down before you can fire it again. You'll see it go back to its normal vibrant red self. When it's grayed out like that, you can't fire. And then the button in the back causes you to kind of jump up. And then you can also ram yourself into the ships to destroy them for points. Oops. Yeah, whoops. Uh-oh. You have to destroy the buildings in front of you instead of just ramming them. You can ram the ships, even the big ones. The buildings are a no-no. Oop. Gotta get out of there. My laser didn't quite reach far enough. Side to side. So this is about all there is to this. This section drags on for a long time, though. And it's not great to control. There is one more twist coming up on this, but for now, we've really seen all there is to do in this. I need to get right so I can destroy those. Oh, I ran right into the path of that laser, not paying attention. I think that might do a little bit of minor damage to me. I'm not sure if the damage that the ship takes reflects negatively on your score for the end of the mission, your damage score. I'm guessing it does, because otherwise it's really hard to take damage in this mission. Save for one thing that's coming up. Oh, I whiffed both of those. So the idea of having to pay attention to two things at once to both screens is kind of a neat idea. But really, nah. It's not that interesting. But now you see that a hoedown has boarded the ship. Which is probably the most interesting that this gets, because it wants you to pay attention to the outside to make sure you're not running into buildings or getting hit with a laser, and that you're destroying the ships for your combo score. But it also wants you to pay attention to the inside so that you can react and guts through and damage the hoedown. Oh, and it landed on me. No. Well, it's definitely not platinum for damage score. If it wasn't already. It's trying to ram into all three of them. And then if I get backwards, I can... I took the middle one out. I need to... Shit, I was hoping the laser would recharge in time. I'm not too worried about doing well on this mission, honestly. I was already not in contention for a mission ranking of Pure Plat, so if I do poorly on this mission, I don't care. I'm still going to wind up with an overall platinum for the operation. And since I don't feel like focusing too heavily, I'm not going to sweat a couple mistakes here. Let those two fire. Oh no, I thought I would be like one... I guess one rail would be one way to put it. I'd jump into him. Yeah, this one's dragging. One of the weaker Gamepad segments, I think. I'm sure some people will disagree. There we go, and we're finally done. And with that, I don't think we have too much left of, Yeah, time, like, I don't know how you would not get platinum for time. I'm not sure there's anything there that could slow you down. Let's try this again. I think I need all 100 people in here for some reason. There we go. Oh, super wonderful cake to go. Guess it's a full heal? I'm not sure. Again, I never use items in these games, so... I don't know. This is another one of those sections where you can trace the shape on the floor and you can see it glow intermittently. I'm pretty sure all you get for doing that correctly is geathjerk file, and I don't care enough about that to spend time tracing that symbol. Nope, can't send him in there. So I believe this is the last mission of the operation. And we got new enemies for days. I don't think there's a single operation in the game that does not introduce a new enemy. It's pretty nuts. That one's a get down. Get down! Those are the ones we saw in the Kakuri. The ones that rain down cannonballs from the sky, spiked ones. So we're gonna build a bridge and come back and deal with this thing first. Shit, I don't have all my people yet. There we go, that should be good enough. To the left of the battery, when you build a Unite Morph, you can see how many people you have left over. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's just how many batteries I have. Oh, spring through that. I was looking at the entirely wrong number. Oof. My brain is not where I need it to be. That's like a second weird hit that I've taken. I really, really need at least a 50-person whip right now. And I wasted a lot of battery. No bueno. Yeah, you can see with smaller 10 and 20-person whips how long it takes to strip him of his armor. I need to get some of my battery back fighting the fodder down here. Does it take longer to remove their armor from the back? I wonder. Yeah. I actually didn't know that. Huh. I'm still learning new things about this game. The mechanics run deep in this. I think I have a couple people knocked out, so I couldn't build the full whip. I think that was a 10-person whip, and a 10-person removes like one plate of armor at a time. 50 removes half. 100 person whips remove all of it at once. But the 100-person whip doesn't last very long. Oh no! I actually didn't know that that counted as a hitbox. I thought the only attack portion of that was when he launches something out of his head. Okay, wow. That was horrible. This is actually a really horrible Mission 9. Fuck. We're not going to take any more chances. We're going to stun him with team attacks and just juggle. Juggle, juggle, juggle. Okay. That was a little spin to keep him just in the air that much longer. Now, if I want to be safe, send a couple of Team Unite swords at him while he's doing his little enraged attack, and he's armored up. You can't guts an enraged attack. Like when they turn red, that's when they're enraged. You cannot block any of their attacks. Those ones have the drills on their hands, so you can't normally block them anyway. Also, it's really lenient on time and combo score for that mission. I actually could have taken my time even more and probably not taken a couple hits. Ah, well. That's still a pretty solid 2B overall, though. Only a couple of fights in there that I'm not super happy with. Anyway, next up is going to be Operation 2C, and then we will be done with Operation 2. For now, thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.